Hey, what's up guys? I just wanted to restart this video off with the finished product and to add a little something that I skipped real quick. So in this video we're going to set up these Guppy and Neocaridina shrimp tanks. This is the finished product. If you're just starting off and you never had a guppy or a shrimp before and it's your first tank, at this point right here I typically like to let them run like this for about 8 days, then toss in some guppy grass or some java moss or just researching an easy growing plant, get that going, and let that run for another 7-8 days. And if it doesn't... Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Guppy Beast. Well, this will be our first actual Guppy Beast video. We were MPH Fresh Fins. We decided to change our name just for ease of memory. So today what I want to do, I got Matt set up over here. I got to set up 3 10-gallon tanks real quick. So I want to show you guys how I'm going to do that. I'm going to set up 2 of them with you guys, just so if you guys want some Blue Dream Neocaridina shrimp, or you want to breed some guppies, you'll kind of have a little bit of the information you need. So I'm going to do one of these tanks, something like this, for the Blue Dreams, and I'm going to do a black substrate for cherry shrimp and guppies. So I'm not going to get too into detail with water parameters or anything super crazy, just a quick rundown on how I set them up and what you're going to need. So first thing I do, I use crushed coral because I can buy a 40-pound bag of it and it's cheaper than substrate. So if you use crushed coral, just make sure you rinse it like super duper well. You're going to have to rinse it like 5-6 times, spend a good 15 minutes, or your water is just going to straight go cloudy and white. Second thing I'm going to use is red lava rock. You got to rinse that real well as well. These other white rocks are just Lowe's and Home Depot stuff, same as the lava rock. You just buy big bags of that. So going on to the next important stuff. Just going to make sure you have some Dechlorinator to dechlorinate your water. Okay, then some Aquarium Salt. You're going to want to add some of that to your water. If you don't use that, I highly suggest getting into using Aquarium Salt. So then I got a Nano Air Pump, this little teeny thing. It plugs into a USB port. So I run all of my tanks on these 3 10-gallon tanks right here. They run on that one Nano Air Pump, same as this one. I'm not going to show you the tank over this tank yet because I'm just not. I'm saving that. So every one of these tanks has a running off this. They run super duper silent and they're only 10 bucks. So definitely one of my favorite things. So for the Blue Dream tank, I'm going to use this super natural sand. I did try the Caribbean Sea. I forget the name of the substrate, but I don't like it because all the stuff can just junk up. I lost my train of thought on that, but it just starts turning into dirt, and because I have them on a bottom close to my floor, I can't get a good siphon when I try and gravel vac or clean my tanks. So I'm going to skip that substrate. I'm going to go with the beach sand like I did in that one. I really like it. It's really hard packed so nothing gets into it. So for the cherry shrimp, I like the black eco-planted aquarium substrate. These are my favorite things and the tools I use. So we got a couple Aquarium Co-op sponge filters, the This Never Clog air stone, some airline tubing. So while it would be too hard to get into and shoot, but I hooked up the Phoenix Stingray light. And if you look back there, you can see the little green Nano pump and the gang valve I use to run my airlines down, just to kind of make this video happen a little quicker. So we're going to start adding some stuff to this here in a minute. I'm going to let Matt show you guys how to put together a sponge filter, just in case you never put one of those together before. Super easy to do. So I know they're a little weird looking, and some people don't like to see them in the aquarium, and they'd rather use a hang on the back filter. But you can hide these things with your plants or do anything. They're relatively cheap. So all you gotta do is, he's gonna open up this other bag with the Never Clog air filter in there, which is basically an air stone. Still called an air stone, but it's not a stone, it's a filter. So what you're going to do, you're going to take your airline tube in and you're going to connect it to your air stone, which we'll just call an air stone. Once you get that all the way on there, you got it pretty good. Okay, so yeah, you take this top off right here. Yeah, you just pull the top. No, you just pull the top right off. Stick your fingers around the green thing. There you go. Pull that up. You got a little bit too much of it. Okay, so here, click that back together. So you want to pop the top off of these sponge filters. Grab one for you while he's putting that back together. That's part of cleaning it, but swing that out of here. So you got your sponge filter. You're just going to take the top. It's hard to do. It pops right off. Okay?
I think I got it back together.
So
I got it back
this has a little nipple on it. Okay?
That's right.
This had a little nipple on it. We connect the air line to the air stone. So Matt's going to take these scissors right here. And you don't need a very big piece. You just need a piece.
Right
No. Very small, very small. No, way small, real small.
Right there?
Yeah, like right there. You just want like a nice little 1/4-inch piece. So now you can connect it to the lid, to the cap, to the sponge filter.
Okay.
So again, connect that to the cap. Okay. Once you connect it to the cap.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, you're good. We just got to see it so they know.
No.
Okay. Then it goes right back in that hole. You push it down, it clicks right back together. Okay, let me see. You got it. Okay. No. We don't use that. I don't need that.
We don't use it?
No. Yeah, so anyway, the sponge filter comes with this little tube you can add on it too if you want. I don't like it because it makes it taller and even harder to hide. So Matt's going to go ahead and make another one of these. That's going to be for that tank. And I'm going to get set up real quick to go on to step 2. Alright, so now I'm going to lay down the lava rocks that I'm going to do with the Eco Complete substrate real quick. Normally I like some bigger ones. Lowe's was out of them, and I got a lot of stuff coming in the mail, and I needed to get these set up like right now. So I'm just going to roll with what I got. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to lay down. I'm not like an aquascaper or anything like that. as long as it looks somewhat decent and performs the function that it's supposed to do. So these are real teeny, normal, like bigger, definite rocks. We're just getting them in here. So kind of want to do a U shape. I'm going to stack them back up a little bit. I know this is like super sloppy, but that's what I'm going to do. That's kind of the groundwork, and you're going to see why I'm doing this in a second. I'm going to slide this over and the camera over, and I'm going to do the same thing for the Blue Dream tank here. Bear with me. So now I'm just going to use my my white ones, and I'll probably use the biggest ones I can find on the bottom. That's what I normally like to do, and I'm only going to kind of bury them halfway. I'm just going to do the same style on both of them. You can kind of play with this. Obviously, I'm on film here, so I don't want to play with it for too long, but just a quick little something like that. I'll add a couple little ones to the side, and this is kind of going to separate my substrate. So Matt's going to come in, he's going to lay the crushed coral back here behind this, and back here behind this. I'm going to keep adding a couple of these rocks just to kind of give it a little flavor, have a little fun with it, just kind of do whatever you're feeling.
In the back?
Yep, Matt's going to dump the crushed coral all in this back section right here.
Okay.
So before he does that, I'm kind of going to change the scape a little bit. I want to make sure I got plenty of, yeah, I think I'm feeling that. I'm probably, yeah, go ahead and just fill this whole area up back here with crushed coral.
Okay.
And we'll just keep on keep playing with rocks. So he's going to get that in there. And then I think I just want to do another rock up here. And maybe like another nice big one just to kind of... So he got a layer of that coral back there, which is going to start bringing these rocks up. So the shrimp are kind of like ants. They like to dig and tunnel through stuff. So this is going to create, they're going to be able to get under these rocks and tunnel and go through there. So we're going to keep building this up, and then I'm going to build up the front, and I'm going to keep building on the rock wall. Just every time we add some to it, you know, I don't really have a... So as we fill this up, you'll see they're going to be able to climb in here. The babies are going to be able to hide there to make sure they don't get eaten or just whatever you got going on. That's how they like to live. They're like ants. They want places to hide. So I'm going to slide back over to the cherry shrimp guppy tank. Matt's going to hook this up with some crushed coral behind these rocks. I'll try and get a little closer. I'm trying to do cameraman and rock work at the same time. So let's go ahead and smooth that out for him real quick. And yeah, this is good, just so you can kind of this Eco-Complete Planet substrate is like $2 a pound. That's okay, bud. They're fine. So it's like $2 a pound. Crushed coral's like $1 a pound. So it's kind of a way to pinch a couple pennies, I guess, save a little money, and also Guppies and Neocaridina shrimp. Love super duper hard water, so as far as I'm concerned, like, you probably can't make the water too hard. So just build both those up. A little bit of rocks there. So now I'm going to fill this up, my front space, with the Eco Complete Black for the cherry shrimp, and then we're going to fill this this one up for the Blue Dreams right here with the Caribbean Sea sand that I bought. I'm going to add a little more crushed coral to this one if you want to scoop me out another bucket for half a bucket for that. Hopefully that sound of scooping crushed coral isn't too cringeworthy on the camera. So we're just going to bust through this real quick and keep on going. I think we about got it. So I need, okay, and then just make that nice and even back there behind them boulders. Alright, so I got my supernatural white sand. You can use any white sand you want. Highly recommend it for blue shrimp. Definitely, if you want blue shrimp, you're not going to see them on a black substrate at all. So you have to do something light colored so you can see them, or if you got black ones, or just any dark colored shrimp, it's really going to help them pop in there. So definitely one of my favorites. I probably should have rinsed this. I'd highly suggest it. I didn't think about it, so the one step I'm going to skip is just the sand. So I'm going to fill up the front part now with the sand, and you can leave the crushed coral just open and exposed if you want, so you don't have to use the substrate. Like I said, substrates, most of them are fairly expensive, so it's going to be up to you and how much sand you got. So that was kind of a lot of sand I dumped in there, so I am going to spray some of it to bring my rocks back. And that's fine, because I am going to add another layer of them rocks to this tank. And this stuff is going to smush down, so don't worry about hiding the little bit of stuff that you did do already. So they will come back to you. So just to see where it is. So I am going to go all the way with the sand. As you saw, I decided that. So I'm just kind of finding my little rock work I did. And none of this you can mess up. Just go back and do it again if you don't like what you did. You see how much I got to mess with it. I'm trying to go fairly quick, so I can set up 2 tanks at once here. So I'm going to add a couple more rocks. So like I said, they should be able to get in and out of this stuff and make some shrimp hotels and hide their baby shrimp in there. You know, you add some plants to it down the road. Not really sure exactly how I want everything, but I'm just kind of going to retrace my steps. You know I put a rock here and a couple down the side, so it's just making a rock pile that they could climb into is what you're really doing. So that's kind of going to be it on that one. I just need to put some more sand in the back there, and that's going to be the Blue Dream tank. And Guppies, of course, which we are going to fill it up with water and hook the pump up in this video too, just to go all the way. So, okay. Toss this back over here and get that out of there. We're not going to use that. And I got one rock here by my leg, so I'm just going to toss her. Oh, I'm just in the middle. Kind of put a little sand on there. So it's going to be that. My sponge filter. I'm just going to put in here. I'm kind of going to get it as close to the rocks as I can, just to make sure when it bubbles, it doesn't bubble out of the tank. So you hook up your air line to this. So now we're pretty much ready to fill it up with dechlorinated water, which pretty much I'm going to take a bucket, pour it in this bucket to fill the tank up. You could use your hose and then dechlorinate your water. I have some in 5-gallon buckets that I'm going to dump in there. I'm just going to set up this last tank with you real quick, even though I know you got the idea. So if you stick around for this last tank, I think I'll show you guys my 40-gallon breeder that's over top of the Guppy Beast tank that I've showed you guys, have not showed you guys yet. Okay, so now we're going to get our black substrate, that was a little quarter bag I had left. And I'm going to toss that right over everything. Scoop it out. Kind of going to pull it back again a little bit just so I can see where I laid those rocks down. Expose them some, just like I did with the white ones. I'm going to dig them out. And I'm just going to keep hiding that crushed coral until it's gone. I'm never really going to go back there. So even when I do maintenance on the tank, I'm going to stop right where this rock pile is so I don't mix up the substrates and wind up with black and white substrate. And I think I'm pretty happy with that amount of black that I got in there. So again, I'm just going to add some more lava rocks right here. Super quick, just a nice handful. I'm just trying to give it a nice little shape here. Well, I don't know about nice, but quick. So they're really small. Like I said, I prefer the bigger ones, but this was all I had left, so I guess I'm going to get my money out of that last bag of lava rocks and use them all, even the pebbles. And again, this is going to be a nice home to them cherry shrimp, or whatever kind of Neocaridina shrimp you like. We are talking about Neocaridina shrimp, so there it is. That's their substrate for Blue Dreams, and my substrate for the cherry shrimp. I mean, really any color you want, but that's just my preference right there on that. So I'm going to take a couple seconds here, and we're going to fill these things up with water and fire up the pump. Alright, so I put a little Tupperware container in there, we're at the part we're going to add some water to our tank. So most important part is adding your Dechlorinator to there. Use prime. Just take the chlorine out of water. It's probably about just read the directions. It's a couple of it's a very little bit. It's a couple of threads for like 10 gallons. It's less than a half a cap. So that's what I use. Any Dechlorinator will do just fine. Read the directions on there and you'll be all set. So yeah, I'm just going to add it out of this jug. I put that Tupperware in there so it won't completely destroy the sand and the rock. So let's go ahead and fill this thing up. We'll see how we can do without wrecking the place. And I am dumping this in fairly fast just for because I'm impatient, I guess. Some of the rocks are tumbling around. Yeah, so if I didn't have this Tupperware there, that would definitely be a glass bottom right now from destroying everything I did. So comes in pretty handy till you get about 5 gallons in there. It might float away on me, and then you gotta take your time. This thing is starting to float around a little bit. Alright, so there's 5 gallons of water in there. I'll drop the other 5 in there. And we'll plug in this sponge filter after I get it filled up. And we're going to throw some salt in there and get her in place. You can see I'm filling this up super fast without that Tupperware in there. You would definitely have a big, huge mess on your hands. And that's it right there. I got her up to the rim. Yeah, we dug a pretty big hole. So we're just going to stick our hand in there and get rid of this Tupperware. And I'll just fix my sand a little bit nice and easy. So I cover that up. Coral, and I forgot that I had it popped off the shelf a little bit, so now I'm gonna have to try and slide it all the way back, which wasn't a very good idea, but I forgot because you always forget something. Okay, so we got everything in place. It's kind of my quick aquascape there on the Blue Dream Neocaridina shrimp. I'm going to fire up that sponge filter, but before we do that, one of the most important parts I think here is getting some of this aquarium salt in there. So, box says about 2 tablespoons. There's 1, and there's 2. And definitely don't be scared of that stuff. That stuff right there is pretty beneficial to your fish's health and your TDS and all kinds of good stuff. So I'm going to hook up this USB sponge filter real quick. See if we can get a little bit of that bubble magic going. Somewhere. Did I plug that one in? Let's see what we can do here. Alright, so yeah, I didn't plug that in. But anyway, so that's the setup for your Blue Dreams. I put the water, the salt, crushed coral. So that's kind of the basics. And a light. Same thing for your cherry shrimp, or really whatever kind of tank you want to do. With hard water. This last one is just going to be my quarantine tank right here that I set up. It's just going to stay bare bottom like that for medicine. So I'm going to pop up. I told you guys that if you stuck around, I was going to show you guys this tank up top that I haven't showed you guys yet. I've been keeping it a secret, so I guess I'll expose this whole rack to you guys today. So here it is right here. This is my top 40 breeder, which I did set up. I was going to have it be a predatory tank, and I just kind of changed my mind. I ordered some dwarf rainbow fish. So I think I'm going to fill this guy up with some dwarf rainbow fish and see if I can get some eggs and make some dwarf rainbow fish. It'll be the second fish I breed if you don't count the shrimp. So I'm going to, yeah, let you guys check out my new plants I got. I picked these up. These are I picked up like 2 pieces of frog bit. It's absolutely exploding. I just wanted to show you that real quick. And my penny wort. I know I wasn't doing an update video, but this is the tank we're kind of just built that you watched, along with this one. So you have an idea how to set it up. And then next thing you're going to wonder is where to get some high quality shrimp and guppies from. And that's going to be from this guy right here. So
subscribe and like and continue watching our videos.
So
bye.
He's a little mean with his delivery, but we'll work on that. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. I know it was a long video, but you finally got to see the hidden tank I've been hiding from you guys. I just wasn't sure about that. So that's the whole rack, and the bottom row on that rack we're setting up now. So yeah, if you hung out and you want to learn how to do this stuff, or think I could teach you something, or hook you guys up with some shrimp and fish, leave me a comment and definitely let me know how you feel about this tank. So, alright. Thank you guys. Have a good night. Guppy gang out.